got another watch review for you. Okay guys, I have noticed an increase in interest about especially those two watches. The increase of interest was basically on YouTube and in my real life, and actually a friend of mine got one of those watches just because he saw one on them on my wrist. So the last video I did was a comparison video, and this watch I have already compared, but to other models. Now I will compare those two. As you can see, the frames of those two watches, and for the sake of shortening the video, I will call this one watch number 1 or watch A, and this watch B or watch number 2, whatever. And this one is listed first in the description box, so you know the exact model, and this one is listed second. So both of these watches are made by Casio. They both have 10-year batteries, are water resistant to 100 meters depth, and I think that's 10 bar. Yeah. Both have stainless steel backs, and both are exactly forgot. Yeah, about 26 centimeters long, and by the length I mean, of course, the entire watch strap. This part here, I will call this the face, I don't know the real term, but this part surrounding the face has a diameter of, I believe it's 42 millimeters. If it's not, correct me or don't, I actually don't give a shit. But the bodies of those watches are exactly the same. The buttons have the exact same. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but this is kind of squared, and this side has just some lines on there. Exact same thing with the other watch. That's hard to see, I know, I'm sorry. But watch number 1 has a digitalized analog clock on the upper right here. Up there it says, right now it says mute, because I muted the sound when you click through the modes. It also features a world map because it has a world time feature, as has this watch. This one has a much larger map portion on the face, but you can't see the continents or the time zones you haven't chosen, or very hard. It's very hard to make them out. I don't think you can see that with my crappy camera. On this watch you can see the entire map, and the darker part is the one you've chosen. Right now I chose the time zone of Berlin. I hope you can see that when I click through. Sorry, that's LA, and you can see it's darker further left. You click once more, that's LA by the way. You have Chicago, New York City, and once again Berlin. So that's a nice feature. On that watch, watch B, you have the analog clock in the middle, right in the center. It's very hard to see, and it's basically, it doesn't have a function. It doesn't have a function because you have the digital watch, the digital figures, and the thing in the middle, it's just too small to see. It's let's see, yeah, it's about 5 millimeters in diameter. So let's click through the modes to show you what these watches can do. Both watches have identical features, meaning when you click mode once, you have the same feature as when you click mode once with this watch. So we'll do it with only one watch. One important thing to note, the display color, you might see that this one is slightly greener, and it looks a little bit like night vision, a friend told me, and I don't disagree. It looks kind of cool, like a not tacky, like a tactical thing, you know, something a SWAT operator would wear. I don't know. This display has, yeah, you can see that, but once you look really close, it's a much lighter gray, the color, and it has little black dots. So that's the display. Now I will click through the modes, and I think you can see it better with this watch, so we'll do it with that one. As I already showed you, you click the search button once you have time zone 2, time zone 3, time zone 4, and time zone 1 is the primary one where it doesn't show which time zone it actually is. So when you have the secondary time zone, it will always show that below. But yeah, you saw that it was on Berlin for just a fraction of a second, and then it changed again to Friday, January 18th. That's the search button. You have the light, and it illuminates the watch for 3 seconds. You can choose that, but how to do that, you just read the manual. The manual is actually really good, and it's easy to understand, but it would make the video at least 20 minutes long if I showed you how to do everything. So you click mode once, and then you have another world time, and this one is Sydney. Just for the sake of it, I just did just anything. You click mode again. You have alarms. You have alarm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have the option to use hourly signals and whatever. You click mode again, and then you have a timer, meaning the time runs backwards until 0. Of course, this one is 2:25. That's the time I choose for tea, for green tea. Takes 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and works fine. You click mode again. You have a stopwatch. Yeah. And again, and then you have your usual time zone 1, your watch operated mode. Exact same thing with this one. Fantastic watches. I actually bought that one not because I thought it was so awesome, because I already had that one, but this one was on sale on Amazon. I think it was 43% off. It usually cost 26 euros and a few cents, and I got that one for 16.95 euros. So fantastic deal. For that one, I think I paid 22 euros. That was in December 2012. Bought that one in January 2013. And for the end of this video, I will show you how they look on the wrist, and that will be all. So this is watch number 1 looks like on the wrist. I have rather large hands, not super thick, not as thick as a G-Shock, which I like. And the glass on it is polymer glass. It's not quartz glass, or I don't know the English term, but it's a polymer. Pretty much scratch resistant. I have worn this a lot, and it got caught on zippers, or not caught, but it scraped zippers and whatnot, and no scratches so far. So this is how it looks. I think it's cool. Now watch number 2. Exact same body, same watch strap, resin, doesn't smell. I completely and utterly recommend those watches to you. I think those are awesome watches. Get them when you can, while you can.